Ah, yes, the walls of the Lego City Bank. It's been robbed countless times at this point on this channel. And this time is no different. We got the leader of the secret sauce gang, Szechuan.
Just call me Daddy!
Our boy Szechuan here is going to be gearing up his secret sauce gang to infiltrate the bank once again.
Come on, man!
We've got Scar H's, pistols, M4s, Mac 10s, AK 47s, SKSs, and UMP 45s, baby. Now the secret sauce gang is ready to rob the bank, and in fact, it goes swimmingly.
I am under the water. Please help me.
That's right, this video is not about the robbery itself. We've robbed this bank a ton of times. Instead, it's about the escape and the subsequent SWAT team reaction. So the secret sauce gang heads up to the roof, where they're ready to make their getaway. But how will they accomplish that? They don't have a helicopter, and this is a dead end. They're isolated on top of this roof. Well, we brought a zip line.
Shaka, bro!
They fire the zip line using a gun attachment, which connects to a nearby neighboring building. They now have the zip line where they can cross over and make their getaway. However, the silent alarm of the bank was triggered a few minutes prior. Now the bank owner here was meeting with the SWAT team to give them the digital layout of the bank so that they can go in and extract the kizash. Do it. So let's SWAT them up. Since this SWAT team needs to deal with some roof combat, they're naturally gonna need themselves a helo here, baby. A police chopper, so they can drop troops off at the roof. And this is a JD Bricks design, which does have room for a pilot in the cockpit. So let's get a police pilot out here. Let's use Barbara Gordon. She kind of looks like she's in a bit of a pilot's uniform for the police. All right, this is the tricky part, is actually fitting this in here, especially when you got thick fingers like me. But there we go, that actually worked pretty decently. Just tilt the hat. Beautiful. Lock her up. Yay! Now, there is room in the back here for the SWAT team. So let's assemble them. Firstly, we're gonna have this agent here, who is going to act as our SWAT sniper. Now, having a sniper here is pretty important. Normally, in the back of a Huey like this, you'd have like an M60 machine gun, something crazy. But precision is a little bit more important. So, having a sniper in the back here. Oh god. Oh no, I broke it. Oh lord.
Skill issue.
There we go. Much better. Having a SWAT sniper in the back here, able to pick off baddies from inside, is much better than an M60 that's spraying bullets everywhere and could catch a few people stray. As for the rest of the team, we've got our close quarters heavy combat trooper with a shotgun and a granata. The team lead with radio as well as just a pistol. Standard assault trooper with a decked out M4. We've got our ground breach trooper, who will be coming through the doorway instead of through the chopper. And finally, our non-lethal trooper right here, who we're gonna force him to be lethal this time. Normally we give him the beanbag shotgun, but we're gonna go ahead and give him a nice M16A4 because, I mean, he's going up against like 8 armed robbers. I think it's okay this time. These figs are a mix of Brick Tactical, Brick Mania, as well as Side-An Toys, and some Brick Warrior in there as well. All of which, great shops to buy SWAT troopers if you're looking for them. Now the problem is, the helicopter is making it not on time, right out of time.
Wait, what?
They're getting away, dude. Look at this. He's using money to zip line. That's crazy. So we need to get the chopper in here right away. It's gonna be kind of a precarious landing area.
A few moments later.
Okay, I shifted the baddies back a little bit so that the helicopter's not landing straight on top of the zip line. You know, rotors plus large heavy cables, they don't mix very well. We got the sniper lady right here, so let's have it so she managed to shoot one of the baddies early on. On top of that, we'll have our close quarters combatant fella here, and he's actually gonna be swinging his shotgun at the enemy because he's gonna be exceedingly close quarters to the degree that he and the enemy are going to be locking guns in hand-to-hand combat. The reason being is that our close quarters boy here just sprinted into battle to make room for everyone else, who we shall have underneath the heli here disembarking. So presumably they hopped off the helipad first, and then the sniper kind of came out and started firing. So we got one trooper there, and then we'll have the SWAT lead here having fallen out of the helicopter. So he's been hit by stray bullets as they were disembarking. Probably because he was, you know, kind of yeeting himself out there, trying to be the hero, trying to be the captain. Can't blame him, but it's rough. Now, of course, at the doorway here, we do have our door breaching man who's kind of beat up already. So let's have him with his nice crisp P90. Very nice. We'll have him bursting on through here. And doing a little bit of storytelling, elemental storytelling, the most fun type of storytelling. We're gonna have a bloody knife here, and we're gonna give it to our AK dude over here, who presumably tried to kind of ambush that guy, ended up dying, and now he is dead over the building here. But first, he got a few licks in with the old knife. But then there's this small ledge here where we're going to have a UMP 45 trooper ready to ambush our door breaching SWAT lad. So this guy is in some serious trouble, but lucky for him, we've got our assault trooper coming in behind the close quarters trooper. We're gonna have him training his M4 rifle straight down the barrel at this bloke over here. Now the guy through the door is going to have to deal with a boy with a MAC 10 at a danger close range here, so that will certainly be rough. So we've pretty much got full scale combat going on up top. But then over this way, we've got our boy escaping with quite a lot of money. So we're going to have another guy over here who was the getaway driver. So he attached part of the zip line over this way. After they shot it out of the gun, he just went ahead and made sure it was nice and secure. Our robber's gonna swing in, and then they're gonna go ahead and take the Arkham Asylum ambulance from the old abandoned asylum across from the bank and skedaddle on out of here with all that kizash, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So guys, that is our Lego SWAT helicopter team going after bank robbers. What did you guys think? And of course, as promised, a giveaway. We'll be giving away one of these Brick Warrior kitted out SWAT team units right here. All you got to do is hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below what SWAT units we should build next time, and you'll be entered in to win. Now, let's check out some other Lego police action. This is the Lego Warlord.
I'm in danger.
His name's Rick. Now, Rick here, well, he's not a very good person. He commands a local militia, heavily armed and quite terrifying. These guys they're not good people. They're not very nice. They keep on kidnapping children and forcing them into the mines. Children yearn for the mines, but not like this. So, General Shepard here of the U.S. Army, well, he wanted to get involved, as the US tends to do when it comes to foreign dictators.
Hey, if you don't like America, then you can get it.
But the problem is that if he uses his Navy SEAL task force, then, well, it can be tied back to the United States rather easily. So instead, he starts searching the web for, well, someone who will get the job done for him. And not just the regular web, the dark web. He be looking for an assassin. Eventually, General Shepard finds the best man for the job. Agent 47, the Hitman himself. And this is from Minifig Co. As you can see, he's got the beautiful suit on, he's got these black gloves, and the most important part, the barcode on the back of his old noggin right there. Incredible. But we do need to equip him with some more weapons. First of all, the suitcase. That basically is a homing suitcase and will track enemy targets from miles away if they're running from you. It's one of the funniest features in the game. But we're also going to go ahead and give him a silenced pistol right there, because you know our boy Hitman's all about the stealth. But before they can come to an agreement, well, Hitman, he costs a pretty penny and he does not accept USD. It's too traceable. So instead, General Shepard pays him in a Chinese currency. I think it's the yuan. Does China use the yuan? Bro, I don't remember. That's embarrassing. Either way, we've got ourselves our Hitman ready to take on the evil enemy dictator general. And that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. So if you enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned because we are going to have a giveaway later on. Now let's get it. This is the dictator's compound. Obviously, it's a little bit war-torn, a little blown up. It's not looking too nice. But you know what? It doesn't have to be like that. Why don't we make his office a little bit more friendly looking. So we'll add a nice little bookshelf in here, a nice ficus, liven up the place a little bit. Just because you're an evil dictator does not mean you can't have a nice ficus, A small little table here, and then we'll give him a nice lounge chair. Beautiful. And now we can have the General chill in here, where inevitably he will be killed by Agent 47. Now on the outside here, there are a couple guards, and to gain entry, Agent 47 is gonna have to take them out. But we all know Agent 47 stays strapped with a sniper rifle, so he can just take up position on an adjoining building and delete some of the competition. Nice and quiet from a distance. Now 47 is a master of disguise, so he can enter the compound without getting noticed by dressing up as one of the enemy henchmen. So we're gonna go ahead and rip his head off, give him a nice little tactical vest, as well as slap his head back on. Oh wait, no, skip the step. I wanted to disguise him with the banana, but that sounded like I just said banana. Bandana, but it's not gonna fit when he's got the vest on already. Is there anything else we could use?
A few moments later.
Found something. We'll give him a nice small little respirator mask. Perfect. And then we slap on a helmet. Beautiful. Now our boy is unrecognizable.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
To start here, we've got one fella counting some munitions stockpiles. So this should be a fairly simple kill. So we'll go ahead and use one of the syringes that Agent 47 uses in a lot of his assassinations and jab the old boy. And the symptoms will make it look like he had a seizure. So when the medical team arrives, they won't really suspect Agent 47. They'll see it as a death from natural causes. Now on to the second room. He's used his syringe already, so he can't get away with that again, but he still needs to take out this guard.
So he's gonna get a little bit more brutal with it by doing a little shanky. Shapow!
Now here's the thing. Seizures may look natural, but knife wounds in the back, well, that one doesn't look so natural. So he's got to hide the body. Luckily for us, there's a big old tub here. And if you've ever played the Hitman games, you would know that you just kind of shove folks in tubs and bada bing. No one will find them for a few years, or if it starts to smell.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
47 has successfully taken over the ground floor and completely unseen. Now ascending, Agent 47 runs into a new problem. A group of henchmen are sharing a few brewski beers together after successfully finding some more child soldiers. Very nice. Yeah, very classy, guys. Awesome. So this is tough. It's 3v1. Agent 47 is a G, and he probably could take all these guys out at once, but General Shepard asked for some secrecy, and he doesn't want to make this look messy. So he's got to figure out a way to take all three of them out inconspicuously. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Luckily for Agent 47, he's always carrying around just a little tablet of cyanide that he can use to put into the brewski beers and silently take out the enemies. Now the problem is all the enemies are, well, staring directly at the brewski beers. So he's gonna need a distraction, and like all good video game distractions, we're gonna use a rock. They all turn and go, huh? And then 47 slips in the poison.
2 seconds later.
The enemies all drop. The cyanide has worked wonders, and now Agent 47 is free to enter into the General's chambers. But first, I think he's got to do this personally. Take off the weird garb and become Agent 47 yet again. Now, I think for this monster who's just basically vibing in his chair while, his child labor force works and his men die, I think Agent 47, while normally cold and collected, well, he's gonna make this one personal. channel. And he's gonna hit this boy with a blicky point blank period, staring our boy in the eye while he pulls the old silence trigger, leaving him for dead. So guys, what do you think about Agent 47 in Lego? I think some dope minifigures can be made with this. I love the Hitman series. It's fantastic. Would you guys like to see more videos like this? This is your average Lego City beat cop. And over the years, we have improved upon him substantially. We've built detailed SWAT team members, customized bomb disposal units, even a CIA black site Captain America. Yes! That's right, we've militarized Lego City Police for a very long time. But police as a whole in Lego City are centralized. They're state-run. What about something on the federal level? Like a Federal Bureau of Investigation. I better copyright that. That's a good acronym right there.
Dumb people are always blissfully unaware of how dumb they really are.
Oh, it already exists? Carly, cut that out. Well, I think building a militarized Lego police was very fun, but it's time we get rid of these suckers and build the FBI in Lego. We're going to be starting with this bloke here from Battlebrick. He's got some urban digital camouflage to his armor right there, but we obviously need to turn him into an FBI agent. That would make a lot more sense. So this is going to be an FBI tactical agent, and we're gonna go ahead and first clip on a nice Sidan Toys FBI tactical vest, which is very nice. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is Count Dooku's face. Don't quote me on that, but I think he just looks cool. He looks like a cool tactical fellow, you know?
Yeah, baby.
Beyond that, he's also going to need a nice helmet, so let's give him a police helmet. And it says police on the side, in case you were curious. On top of that, we're gonna go ahead and slap on a nice tactical backpack, as well as a nice tactical belt here. Now, for the tactical belt, the FBI, of course, is going to need some pistols, a little blicky for the boy. So we could go ahead and shove that into the holster right there. There's also a nice clip slot here. And for this guy, we got this nice little white phosphorus canister. This is custom printed from Brick Warp, which just looks so good and makes sense for an FBI agent to have something along those lines, especially if he's in his tactical field gear. But beyond that, if he is in his tactical field gear, he's probably gonna need a little headset so he can stay in communications with base command. And let's also give him nice MPX here. Now this actually comes with a red dot that does clip in, but it's very hard to clip it in, so I'm gonna leave it clipped in and not show you. Just trust me, it goes in and out, and we'll also give it a silencer. That way you can be a little bit more sneaky bakey like. Beautiful. Nice looking FBI agent. But of course, we're going to need command to talk through that headset with him. That's where this guy comes in, who is just wearing a regular Lego City detective's vest, and to make him FBI, let's slap on an FBI hat. Yeah.
You can address me as Eagle One.
Woohoo! I guess that works. I mean, we could give him like a tactical vest and stuff like that, but I want this to be like an FBI like agent, like a commanding officer kind of thing. So I'm not gonna do that. I want him to look like a detective. But I think probably giving him an actual tactical belt would make sense because he needs a gun. So to match his outfit a little bit better, we're gonna go ahead and slap on a tan tactical belt here. And then we're also going to give him this nice briefcase. He's probably got all sorts of, you know, laptop and notebook in there. I don't know. Something I feel like a field manager would carry around. This guy's looking a little bit more like a plumber or an electrician than an FBI SWAT agent. So let's go ahead and toss one of these Mad Cats or Sidan Toys, which I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Pistols in here that actually hammers back and forth, which is just so cool. I love these. Now he has gun. Wonderful. FBI agent, FBI team member. We're looking good. Okay, next up, I know this is a criminal outfit. I get it. However, if you slap this FBI vest over it, the gray underneath looks really good, and you can't even tell that this is a criminal.
I'm in danger!
And this is a different FBI vest. It's a little bit more detailed. I actually like it a bit better, so we're gonna give it a very detailed, nice customized head here. A beautiful gas mask. So this guy is actually going to be the breacher, and I have a tactical vest here for him, which already has a nice pistol, but also comes with a flashbang on the back. So, you know he's gonna be ready to ready to throw down, baby. Yes, sir. So as the breacher, he's gonna need a breaching hammer. You know, that tends to help with opening doors. That looks so good. But on top of that, why don't we also give him a nice tactical shield here? That way he can breach at least semi-undercover, or else he could get a face full of bullets, and this might help him out a little bit in avoiding that. Now for our final one of these custom-built units, I guess you could say, because I do have some already pre-printed FBI units from Brick Tactical, we're going to go ahead and take just a regular Lego City officer here. We're going to go ahead and slap on a vest, which already, again, has a nice pistol in the side there. And we'll go ahead and slap a nice burly looking fella. Nice Chris Evans looking and a K9 unit hat. That's right. This is going to be the FBI doggo unit. And I feel like he should carry a shotgun. I don't know. This one is pretty cool. It actually pumps up and down. Very nice. Actually, why don't we have him holding the pump, and that'll look pretty nice. Beautiful. But of course, he's going to need his bomb-sniffing doggo friend. And we have a police doggo here. And of course, as a reward for all of the doggo's work in the police force, let's give the canine officer a nice little pup cup here to give to the dog as a treat. A nice little pup cup reward. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. So these are our own FBI built units here, using, you know, regular Lego as well as some side-hand toys, some brick arms, etc, etc. However, like I said before, Brick Tactical has sent us some incredible FBI agents. First off, we've got our female FBI agent right here, and you could tell that this is just, oh my goodness, bricktactical.com going hard in the paint again. This looks so good. We've got agent going down her arm there. We've got the ballistic tactical vest printed on, as well as a side hip. It's not quite a holster, it's more of just a satchel right there, and just all around 360-degree printing. And of course, comes with a custom head, and this I believe is just a regular Lego hat with ponytail, but it works really, really well here. So why don't we go ahead, we'll give her this nice Brickmania M4, which has a hybrid scope on the front, foregrip, and is custom painted to look beautiful all over, baby. Very nice, but she also needs sidearm. Why don't we also give her this nice Glock here, which is another Brick Tactical creation, and it comes slotted out like this, which looks really, really nice. I've shown these off in other videos before, and I often get asked questions like, why buy this instead of the ones that slide back and forth from Side-and Toys? And I have to say, I love the Side-and Toys ones. They are incredible, and this one obviously not very realistic because it's red, although I'm sure there's a red Glock out there somewhere. But this one from Brick Tactical is just a lot more realistic in general. You could see it's detailed a lot nicer, and because it doesn't have moving parts, they're able to make it so much more detailed here. So I tend to recommend the Brick Tactical one if you just want to have it cocked back and super realistic. But then the Side-and Toys one here, if you want to do stop motions, if you want to be able to switch the firing positions, etc., I would go with this one. But if you care about realism, definitely the Brick Tactical one. But honestly, both are goated. They are some of my favorite pistols, both of them. And so our female FBI agent is pretty kitted out now. She can join the line of agents, but this is not the only FBI agent Brick Tactical sent us. He also sent us over a tactical gear unit. He's got the, are those called balaclavas or something like that? The ski mask, as well as tactical headgear on right there. He's got a very similar satchel pack to the female agent right there, although his is slightly more detailed, it seems. And of course, he's got on the red undershirt with the FBI stamp across the side. I'm not entirely sure what this symbol is right there. Let me know in the comments if you guys know, but I do prefer this guy a lot in terms of his art design to the female agent. Just the red with the tan, oh, it clashes so nicely. It's just a really nice color scheme. Looks sick. And I feel like we need to give this guy another detailed gun, so let's give him a Brickmania M16A4, which again, custom painted and printed. Looks really, really swell. And then for his sidearm, let's go ahead and give this boy a nice revolver here. All right. Looking kitted out the wazoo, boys. Looking fine, looking fresh. But there's one more FBI unit right here who also looks very fine and fresh. And he has the vest much more akin to the female agent, but with the balaclava head right there. And he has a custom baseball cap atop his head. A bit more of a simple agent than the other two, but still looks fantastic. I still like the red and honestly the blue of these guys better than the green on this fella, but I mean, it still looks great. Still looks great. Let's go ahead and give him this P90 right here. Now this P90 is pretty cool because you can actually go ahead and unload the top magazine there, and it actually does come off. However, getting it back in is such a pain in the butt that I'm not gonna do it. I'll be completely honest with you. So we have a very nice officer with the P90, and you can actually see that the P90 fits in perfectly to Lego minifigures. They molded it so that it fits in the crook of the elbow, makes it look like he's kind of seamlessly carrying it, which is really nice because a lot of the time that detail is not put into Lego customs, but in this one it certainly is.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And for his secondary, we're not going to give him a gun. Let's actually give him one of these stim shots, which I'm pretty sure are from Warzone, but these are another brick tactical item that I think are really, really cool. In the real world, I guess it might be like adrenaline or like epinephrine, morphine maybe, something like that. But, you know, in the video game world, it gives you more health and it just looks cool. I like. Very nice. I would definitely say we have crafted quite a beautiful FBI squad here. It looks very, very nice. But what might not look very nice is this. I'll let you guys be the judge. But these are some fakes, some Lego fakes that I purchased off of AliExpress recently, if you want to find them yourself. And they're basically some banditos that I guess maybe the FBI agents could be after. So let's start with this little pack right here. Looks like we got two criminals, judging by the very scary faces and the ski mask and guns they come with. Go ahead and set these guys up real quick. Actually, that definitely is not the right arms for you. Sorry, buddy.
A few moments later.
These guys actually look pretty cool. And what's nice about this guy is there's actually texture on the top of the beanie there. It's very rough. Clearly a weird amount of thought went into that for fake Lego. Considering these guys cost like $1/4 a piece. I don't know why they did that, but hey, I'm all about it, baby. Now it also comes with a wide assortment of weapons, and it's kind of funny because it's like there's just a plain walkie-talkie from Lego right there, but then next to it's an RPG and a time bomb. Oh my god. All right, well, let's give them the time bomb. Let's also take an AK-47, and the other pack is actually all the same stuff. Let's take an AK-74U and an RPG. This guy seems like he'd be using the RPG with his ski mask, you know what I'm saying? And we'll give him the AK-74U since it's a little bit more lighter weight. This guy can have a time bomb from the bomb factory. These aren't pies, they're bombs. I think, can he hold it this way? Because, yeah, okay, that's better. These guys are actually sick. I really like them. So we've got a couple of baddies that the new FBI units can take on. And for fakes, I think these are fantastic. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But we've also got the other pack right here. And I'll go ahead and build these real quick. And there we have it. Our boys are built. Now let's assemble them. Okay, these are pretty crazy minifigs, bro. Like, these are insane. Look at this. Yeah, we definitely formed some baddies for the FBI to deal with. This is a lot, man. This is crazy. All right. Wow. So let's get those off screen and yeah. Well, wowza. Either way, guys,